Good morning. You're listening to WIFO FM Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. It's brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.
Do you know why most people don't invest outside work or at all? Because they don't know where to start and they don't know who to talk with. If this is you, give me a call. Hi, this is Sean O'Quinn. I can help set up a plan no matter where you are in life to get you on a suitable path to a sound financial future. Give me a call, Sean O'Quinn, at 912-385-1000 or stop by the office at 212 South 1st Street right here in Jesup. That number again is 912-385-1000.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. World-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. Good morning, Bob. How's it going?
It's going well.
We won 2 more district titles yesterday. Isn't that great?
That's great. Got
Man.
six teams going to state.
6 teams going to state. Way to go, boys and girls. That is fantastic. But we've got guests in here this morning, and we've got some folks in here from the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. Is that right? Did I get the title correct?
Yes, sir.
You're in the Wayne County Sheriff's Department, and they're here to talk about their Junior Academy. Is that right? We have Brandon Sellers in,
Yep.
and we have Haley Anderson and Stephen Crane from the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. And Brandon, I think you're going to start off talking about what this is all about. So let's go on here on the Sheriff's Department Junior Academy.
Sure. So we had our academy last week. The first day, Monday, we started off learning about criminal law, the Bill of Rights. We had a GBI agent come in and talk to them about crime scene processing. And that afternoon, we actually had a crime scene happen for the kids to work. They processed their crime scene, collecting their evidence throughout the week. And then on day 2, we had multiple different classes for each group to go through. One was the judgmental pistol simulator, which is kind of like a scenario that plays on a screen in front of the kids. They interact, talk to it, and then try to make a decision if they should have to use deadly force to stop a threat or not. We also did a first aid class dealing heavily with tourniquets and how to stop a bleed. They talked to our drug units for a little bit, and they learned about interviews and interrogations. And then the last day, we had an FBI agent come in from out of Savannah, and he talked to them about the FBI, kind of what you had to do to go through that process to be hired and what the training was like. Wednesday, we did almost everything was outside. We did a miniature cone course like we do whenever we go to the academy. DNR came in, talked to them about everything they do with the DNR. We had Carol with Safe Kids come in and talk to them about, being safe and wearing child safety seats and seat belts. And that was kind of what we did Wednesday. Thursday, we learned about SRT. They learned about the jail. I also did an active shooter student response class where they can learn what to do, if they're ever in school or they're in town somewhere and a bad guy shows up, how to respond, run, hide, fight. And then Friday, we had our test that morning. Well, we did a little bit of marching, getting ready for graduation. And then that afternoon, Judge Bennett in Courtroom A, we had our trial for our case that we'd been working all week that started Monday.
So they got to learn about everything from starting off the basics, going through and solving a crime, and actually going to the judge with a verdict on it, right?
Yep.
And how they presented their case. And how many students did you have? Any people that were involved with this?
40.
40. And what ages?
So 6th to 8th grade, I think it's usually about 11 to 14 years old.
Oh, so 6th, 7th, and 8th grade?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all have done this before.
This is our third year.
That's what I thought, because I thought I remember you having y'all on here before with this, and that's just great that y'all do this, because this 6th, 7th, and 8th graders get to learn what they wouldn't know without going through this. That y'all do this. That y'all just promote this in school, and then parents sign their kids up that wanted to do it, or what?
Yeah, pretty much. So this past school year, we went into the schools and talked about social media and things you shouldn't do on social media, mainly to talk to the kids about that, because we did have an increase in cases with kids doing things they shouldn't do on social media. And then at the end, we did plug the Junior Deputy Academy as well, and we got a real big response from that.
Junior Deputy Academy. Now, they all go through it. They get through with it. Do they get anything, like an official badge of some sort, or trophy or medal? What do they get?
So everybody that completes the class, they do get a Junior Deputy badge and a certificate. Mm-hmm. And then there's a few special awards that we do give out as well.
Good.
Detective Crane has.
All right, now we're going to talk to Stephen Cranes. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
All right, what subject on the Sheriff's Department Junior Academy are you going to speak on here?
So I'm going to announce all of our award winners for the week.
The award winners for the week?
The award winners for the week.
Okay,
we had
Stephen,
7 award winners, starting off with our top shot. That's the person that went into the program and went in front of the screen that he was talking about, and he was able to, or she was able to, give verbal commands to the screen and decide not to shoot or to shoot the suspect.
So it's called Top Shot?
It's called our Top Shot, and that was Autumn Sheffield.
All right, so she knew when to shoot and not to shoot.
She knew when to shoot, not to shoot. She knew how to talk to the screen.
Yeah.
She knew it. She did a really good job at it.
Okay.
And then we went on to our top driver for our obstacle course, our cone course, and that was Sawyer Morgan. He came in with a top speed of...
So myself and Sergeant Kyle Brott are driver instructors, and we challenged ourselves, and I think Sergeant Brott did it in 37 seconds. I did it in 40 seconds. He did it in 52, and the average was about a minute and a half to 3 minutes. So
man, that's pretty good. I don't even have his license yet, and he's driving good.
52 seconds, and he had to parallel park, which most people can't do no more.
No,
so he had to parallel park twice throughout the course, and still was almost probably a minute better than some of the other students that went through.
That is amazing.
So he really did good.
And that guy's name, once again, is?
Sawyer Morgan.
Sawyer Morgan, okay.
All right. So then we have a test on Friday for our academics, and our top academic was Weston Copeland.
Weston Copeland.
Weston Copeland.
Okay.
And he actually scored a perfect score.
Wow.
So they have all the questions they have to answer, and then they got 2 bonus questions at the end. And he answered every question correct and got both bonus questions correct.
Smart kid.
So, and then we went on to our top detective. So they start on Monday working their case, and then they have to present their case on Friday to us to show that they know what they're talking about and how they're going to word their case. And our winner for that was Xander Anger.
Xander
Anger.
Okay.
So he was our top detective. He's the one that got to present the case in front of the judge. And his top crime scene was Zeta Sweat. She won the top crime scene. So that pretty much has to do with how she come in and she worked the crime scene, how she took her measurements, how she collected evidence, how she bagged all of her evidence.
Kind of like what you see on TV on some of these crime shows.
Kind of like what you see on TV,
yeah.
yes. Yeah. And she did a really good job.
All right.
So then we take all that in together, and we come up with our top cop.
Okay.
So he's the one that did really good in all these events, and his name was John Price.
John Price, Top
And
Cop,
Top Cop.
Junior Academy.
So that gives him a chance to come ride with one of the deputies on the road and get to do a ride-along program.
Cool.
So that was one of his top prizes for that. And then this year we had a Joe Manning Award.
A what?
Joe Manning Award,
Joe
named
Manning?
after our jailer, the chief jailer that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So we come up with the Joe Manning Award, and what we did is we looked at somebody that started the program that was kind of shy and kind of not really into the program at first, but throughout the week he improved in everything and showed that he was one of the top cops at the program. So he was issued the Joe Manning Award.
And that was?
Jimmy Robinson.
Jimmy Robinson.
Jimmy Robinson.
Okay, well, good. Congratulations to all the award winners and to all the students that participated in this. And now we got Haley Anderson. Haley, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, what area are you going to be talking about here?
About our sponsors. Without our sponsors, this wouldn't be possible. So we'd really like to thank Sheriff Mosley for supporting us and allowing us to do this. Also, the Jesup Police Department, they provided us folks to be team leaders or lieutenants for this week. They sent 2, and that was a big help to us because we did have 40 kids, so it took a lot more people than it has in the past to keep it running this year.
That is great.
The Board of Education, they let us use the schools part of the week.
Okay.
The GBI came in for instruction. The Georgia State Patrol, they sent a team leader as well and also assisted with the mock accident and the K-9 demonstrations. Georgia Department of Natural Resources, Coastal Pines Technical College, they allowed us to use the Polytech Center the majority of the week, and that was a big help to us. Wayne County EMA, Safe Kids Wayne County EMS, Pine Forest Country Club, they provided the golf carts that we used for the driving, the little EVOC course. The FBI came in, and then our district attorney's office, Judge Vi Bennett and Tyler Bruton, they were the ones that put on the mock trial. So when we did the mock trial on Friday, they had a real judge and real attorneys that were in there to guide them through that process.
And the real attorneys were who?
Tyler Bruton, he was our defense attorney.
Okay.
And then the district attorney's office sent Miss Tiffany over.
Okay. Sounds good. And Judge Vi was the judge.
Yep. And then also Grant Lewis Towing and Recovery, Country Financial, Harris Ace Hardware, Omaha Federal Credit Union, Interstate Credit Union, Ag South Farm Credit, Popple Farms, Pepsi, McDaniel Vending, Crossroads Church of God, Victory Tabernacle Church of God, Turning Point Worship Center, and the Church of 1122. So all those churches, they fed our kids during the week, so they didn't have to worry about bringing a lunch or anything like that. Miss Tammy Robertson set all that up, coordinated to make sure they were well fed this week.
What a great program. Y'all got to be pleased that 40 students decided to do this. Yes. And is that y'all's largest class so far?
It is.
It is? By far?
Yeah, I think last year we had, 12 students? Mm-hmm. We had 12 students last year.
Wow.
And the year before that, I think we had, 7?
9.
Mm-hmm. So it was a big jump.
Way more than doubled in 1 year from 12 to 40.
Yes.
Y'all must have been very well pleased, and then what are we going to do with all of them? But it went great. That is just fantastic. Yes. Just and hats off to y'all for taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to participate and work with these 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Way to go! I think it's just a fantastic program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, questions, comments for our officers here this morning?
Sounds like a great program. Like I said, glad to see that many kids participate.
Yep. And, what kind of comments at the end of the week, did you get from some of these students? Any theme that might have gone through there? Any comments that kind of stuck out in your mind or memory, anything? Brandon?
I recall one kid, I'm not going to say his name, but he came in and just totally not interested, kind of like his family was forcing him to be there. Okay. And close to the end, he was like, this has totally changed my perspective. I love this. I definitely don't want to go to jail, and I might pursue a career in law enforcement. So it's stuff like that that makes it all worth it.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, if you can get that out of it, that's worth it right there. Just to get those type of comments from those students there, and especially from someone who felt like they were forced into it. And at the end of it, they may even go into law enforcement one day.
Yep.
That is fantastic. All right. Well, in the studio with us this morning is Brandon Sellers, Haley Anderson, and Stephen Crane from the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. They've been speaking on the Sheriff's Department Junior Academy that just wrapped up. Congratulations to the winners. Just congratulations to all 40 of those students that went through there and the time and the effort they went through, and their parents that encouraged them to go or made them go, one of the two, and participate in this program. So, maybe next year will be even more. You never can tell. And thank you to all those sponsors and organizations that stepped forward, because y'all wouldn't have been able to do it without them either. No. And so, and then to y'all, of course, for taking the time and effort of doing all this together. All right.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
You too.
All right, take care.
Sir.
All right, we'll be back with more of the world famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO in a moment.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast. Partly sunny, chance of showers and thunderstorms early. Then showers and thunderstorms become likely later this afternoon. West breeze, highs upper 80s. Showers and thunderstorms likely tonight, upper 60s. Showers likely, chance of thunderstorms early tomorrow. Then showers and thunderstorms likely tomorrow afternoon. Highs mid-80s. Still a risk of showers and thunderstorms Thursday. Georgia Chief Meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
You'll win $1,055 if you're the first person to find the WIFO FM at Neesmith Chevy Buick GMC Cash Can. Tune in to 105.5 FM weekdays to hear the clues that will lead you to the Cash Can, which is hidden on public property here in Wayne County. Clues are aired weekdays around 7:10 a.m. and afternoons around 12:45, 3:35, and 5:45. Put the clues together and go find the Cash Can. Contest rules and regulations are on our website at BigDogCountry.com. Have fun and perhaps win the $1,055 by participating in the WIFO FM at Neesmith Chevy Buick GMC Cash Can promotion. Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Good morning, everyone. You're tuned into the morning show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Well, let's get back to the district baseball. Two more district champions yesterday, right?
Yeah, 14U boys won easily, and the 12U boys won both down in Glenn County. So brings the total to 5 district titles. And like I said, the girls Wayne County's hosting the girls' state championship here the same week that the other teams are playing the state. So we got 6 teams going to state.
Man, that is fantastic. 6 teams heading to state, and we wish them all the best.
Yeah. The 4th of July celebration right around the corner. We got Jason Weaver coming in to talk about the Scriven big celebration tomorrow. And it's going to be on the Butch and Bob Show tomorrow. He'll be here to give us all the details of what's taking place down in Scriven.
All right, good on Jason Weaver in tomorrow.
We've got Second Chance Band playing again at the fire station, so a lot of activities. Again, this is the year they're going to keep it in Scriven, and then, like I said, the plan the next year is to move it back to Jesup.
Not moving back, but have it in Jesup.
Yeah. Right. It used to be there years ago.
They had it 1 year here, but as long as I can remember now, ever since I purchased the radio station in 1992, it's always been right there. We used to do a remote broadcast there. But they had, I think, a New Year's, it was a special event they had here. But, and the reason for this, and the mayor will go into it, he went into it before, but there's financial reasons of why they're having to do this, and we'll just let Mayor Jason Weaver go on to all the details. This year, in Scriven, as normal, with the Second Chance Band on that Friday night, all the Scriven activities on that Saturday. But then next year, there's going to be some changes, and we'll let the mayor go into that tomorrow.
4th of July, hard to believe. It's
4th of July. And their activities is not going to be actually on the 4th. They always hold it on the Saturday before the 4th, and I think it's going to be the 1st, isn't that right? Let's see here. July. Yep, July 1st. They'll have the They will have the Second Chance Band on that Friday night, which will be the 30th of June. And then on July 1st will be the Scriven 4th of July activities, with all those activities in the afternoon, and then finishing up with the fireworks that evening there in Scriven. But we won't go into much details of it because we got the mayor, Jason Weaver, coming in, and maybe by tomorrow he will know what kind of talent he's going to have for the Mr. Wayne County
he's holding
competition.
Close to the vest. He won't tell me.
He won't tell no one.
None of these people will tell you what their talent
No,
is.
they want to surprise folks. That's why they want. You can't blame them. You can't blame them.
I think they ought to build. It's all about hyping it up.
Hyping up your talent.
You should tell people what you're going to do.
We had Dent. He hyped up his talent.
It could help sell tickets. You need to learn how to hype things up. You don't hold anything close to the vest. Nobody's coming for a secret. They're coming for we want to know what the talent is.
Yeah, what is that talent? What is that talent? What are you going to be doing to entertain us,
Exactly.
Mr. Wayne County participants?
Give us the scoop. We need to do.
Okay.
Inquiring minds want to know. So,
I guess we'll find out that evening, Bob.
I'm going to find out tomorrow. We're gonna make
You can't make Jason say anything.
Yes, we will. We'll keep him in here.
We'll lock him in until he tells
Or
us.
demand. We need to know.
Oh, boy. And we look forward to having him on tomorrow on the Mr. Wayne County. Talking about Mr. Wayne County, but mainly he's going to be talking about the Scriven 4th of July activities going on June 30th and July 1st there in Scriven.
All I can think about is July 4th. Then August 4th is the first football game, scrimmage against Medicine.
August 4th, scrimmage, and then 2 weeks later, first regular season.
First game,
Yep.
Football will be here before we know it. They're out there practicing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday this week. So
They're practicing or just lifting weights and stuff?
They're practicing. I mean, they go out on the field after they lift weights.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
In T-shirts and shorts?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't put on pads yet.
Got helmets on.
Got helmet. Well, you got to have helmets on just in case you run into each other when you're trying to, do a 7-on-7 or something like that and protect them heads.
They're working hard. Looks good. A lot of kids out there.
What's that?
I said, looks good. Watching practice. A lot going on.
Right.
They're getting ready for the upcoming season. Should be fun.
Did you see that video of Tom Brady taking down that drone that was following him and his buddies on that, several $100 million yacht they were on? He's on this big old yacht, He's got a couple, dollars in his pocket, so he hangs out with people who got a couple dollars in their pockets. And they're on this yacht, and apparently there's this drone following behind them. Could be the media, could be just anybody wanting to spy on Brady and his buddies there on this big old yacht. He takes a football, and this thing's a ways away now, and it's not like it's 3 feet or 5 feet or 10 feet or 20 feet away. That thing's a ways away, and he picks up this ball and he nails that drone. He nails it, and it goes down in the ocean. He still got it, Bob.
So there's probably a lawsuit fixing to happen if I sue him for tearing up the drone. That's the way the law works these days.
Yeah. Yeah, you protect yourself, and next thing you know, you end up getting charged and not the person who did the attacking or invasion privacy.
Go on YouTube and check that out. So.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, see it. He nailed that thing on its right wing, or it would be its left wing on the drone, left side of it, but his right side. But he was right on the money. I mean, he nailed that thing. Oh, man, that was so funny there. I mean, here you are, you're out there in the ocean, you're trying to have a good time with your buddies, and somebody's flying a drone around you. What do you do? Us rednecks, we pull out our shotguns and bam! Yeah. He pulls out a football and nails it.
Surprised he had a football with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised he had a football with him on the
yacht.
Yeah, maybe he keeps some of them around for, autograph signing or something. I don't know. But he had a football.
Maybe he's coming back. Who knows?
How do you stay in shape this summer? Well, I practice my throwing by hitting drones.
Throwing drones.
You think it's hard to hit a receiver, hit a drone that's flying behind you. Oh, man. It was something else. And somebody had the forthright there to video it, and then post it. So, yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Well, that was interesting. What else is going on, Bob? Any meetings else you got to go to this week?
School board meets today. They got a work session today.
School board. Work
6
session.
o'clock. Work session. Talking budget. Both them and the city trying to get their budget. Both their budgets run from July 1 to June 30th, so they're trying to get their budget approved by the end of the month. So still haven't heard anything about the work session for the city, so they meet next Tuesday. So maybe they're just going to wait till next Tuesday, but
maybe
they don't.
I thought they had that retreat to work all this out.
They did. That was. I mean, everything.
I thought that was
everything was worked out at the retreat, but then things changed at the work session on the 25th.
Huh.
At the retreat, they agreed to give everybody the 2.5% increase across the board, and
2.5%,
and the cost of living raise as well. But Perry Morgan requested a $2 additional for the police officers and firefighters, but the city at the retreat agreed to $1 for just the firefighters and the police officers to retain them.
All right.
And they had the work session on the 25th, and Stanley Todd stated that he felt that all city employees should get the additional $1. And that's when they had the big debate, because Cockfield said that he felt that was going to be too much for the city budget, because once you give that raise to everybody, it doesn't go away. And in 3 years, he said it would be $1 million to the budget. He didn't think that was feasible for the city budget. And it came down to a 3-3 vote, and the mayor had to cast a deciding vote, and the mayor decided to give the additional $1 to all city employees. Then Cockfield made the motion, well, if we got so much money, we'll give the officers $2 additional. Other than that. And that got seconded by Ray House, and voted on again, a 3-3 vote.
Are they all trying to one-up each other?
And the mayor had to vote to cast the vote, and Cockfield looked at him and said, go ahead, vote against law enforcement. And the mayor says, I'm not voting against law enforcement. I just don't think it's feasible to give them a $2 additional raise. So they had another 3-3 vote, and the mayor cast another vote to make it 4-3. And they couldn't come up with consensus.
Okay.
Then they had the budget on the first reading at their Tuesday meeting, and they had a public hearing, because you have to have a public hearing on your budget. But, of course, no one ever shows up for the public hearing. So that lasted 2 seconds, and then they went to the vote on the budget, and Shirley Armstrong voted to approve the budget, seconded by Pam Schuman, and voted on 3-2. But now with Ray House no longer on the council, him passing away, the city charter says when you have a 5-member board, you have to have 4 votes instead of 3 to make it a majority. So the 2 people can hold anything up. So they need to change the charter, where a 3-2 vote's a majority, just like all other votes.
Well, see, usually it's 6, so they don't have any problem. But I guess they figure they still need that 4. But I don't know.
3-2 is not a majority on the city council.
Right,
With
it's
the
got to be
5,
4.
It has to be 4. So they're in limbo. Cockfield said they need to come up with some type of compromise, but they were supposed to have a work session to discuss it, but so far no work session's been scheduled. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
But that's what took place.
Okay.
It was agreed upon at the retreat. It got changed at the work session when Stanley Todd said all city employees should get an additional $1. It came down to a 3-3 vote. The mayor cast a deciding vote to give the additional $1 to the road department, street department, everybody across the board.
Right.
So, and then Cockfield made a motion to give them, the officers, $2 more, and that got voted down 4-3. So that's where they're at on the budget.
You got it voted down. What? How much?
4-3. The mayor cast a deciding vote again.
Okay. All right.
He had to vote twice. They had 2 votes on that 25th work session. Both were 4-3. The mayor voted yes one time and no the second time. And like we said, time and time again, he's been in office 7 months and has voted 8 times. Mayor David O'Keefe was in office 7 years, never voted. Mayor Herbshaw was in office 20 years, voted once. So in
Isn't that amazing?
So in 30 years, the mayor has only had to cast one decisive vote.
Time.
And Mayor Hickok's been in there 7 months and has voted 8 times to cast decisive votes.
Amazing.
But they don't have that problem right now because they only have 5 members, and
Right.
they're trying to find the person to replace Ray House. And again,
And what's that process they're going through right now?
they're asking for letters. If you're in District 5, you're interested in being on the city council. Like I said, the requirements are you have to live in Jesup at least 1 year. You have to live in District 5. You have to be a law. You can't have a criminal record. Those are the requirements.
Now, on this, if they vote, are they going to have 4 votes to put the person in?
Probably so.
So if they don't get the 4 votes, then the governor will appoint
In
somebody.
45 days, the governor makes the appointment, which I thought was That was the most interesting thing from that Tuesday council meeting.
You think the governor would get involved in appointing city council people because you know how many small towns and cities there are in the state of Georgia.
How's the governor supposed to make the appointment? But I got a good suspicion on who the mayor would pick, or who the governor would pick if he does make the appointment.
Oh, okay.
So I know that's a no-brainer.
All right, so they're going to have a 4-1 vote.
Well, that's who they're who do into taking that position, from everything I hear.
Okay, all right.
So we'll see if he bites and takes it, or he decides to stay away. But that's the process.
Do you live in District 5, Bob?
I do not.
You do not. Okay.
I'm not interested in it.
I know you're not, Bob.
I want no part of it.
No part of it. I don't blame you. No part of it. Well, hopefully they can, compromise, get some healthy debate going, get it all worked out there, and do what's best for the citizens of Jesup.
Like I said, they're going to have to come with some type of compromise because they got to get a budget approved.
Yep.
I mean, they got time's wasted. And I said the budget's supposed to be approved by the end of this month.
That's I thought that's why they went on a retreat to get all worked out, and just come back and vote on it as a formality, but things got changed as I heard your news report in the meeting. It just went from one event to the next event to the next event to where they couldn't agree on what to do, even though they agreed on it in the retreat.
Like the point was made, the city's trying their best to retain police officers. That's right. The issue. The police officers are being trained, going through the school here in Jesup. They get a job. And all of a sudden they look, I can make more money over here, I can make more money over here, I can make more money over here.
Right.
And they're just losing officers left and right.
And you can't blame Chief Morgan for going there and asking for that extra money because he wants to keep the good officers that he's got.
And he requested a $2 additional raise for his officers. And they agreed to $1, but it was supposed to be just for at the retreat. It was just going to be for the police and firefighters.
Right.
But on the 25th of May, when they had the work session, Stanley Todd motioned to give every city employee the additional $1, and that's where the debate began. Because, like they said, once you implement the $1 raise for everybody, it's not going away. And in 3 years, Tim Cockfield said he thought it was too much money. He thought it would be $1 million impact to the city budget. But the city manager says we got plenty of money. So Cockfield says we got plenty of money. Let's give everybody a raise. Let's do away with city property taxes. That was supposed to be that was on the agenda last Tuesday, but after they had the debate on the budget and couldn't agree on the budget, he didn't bring it back up. He let it go.
It sounds like they got a lot of issues to work out, Bob.
Sounds like I said, to me, it's a dysfunctional board right now when you got the mayor voting 8 times in 7 months. And when the previous 2 mayors in 30 years voted 1 time by themselves. So
let's hope they do what's best for the citizens of Jesup and get things worked out and we can move forward.
Like I said, they're going to have to come up, like I said, they're going to have to come with a compromise. They're going to have to find a person that's serving District 5 to help them out as well. So we'll see if anybody's interested.
All right, Bob, we are out of time.
Okay,
all right, have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, has been brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Bitter Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.